I grew up in a quiet Midwestern town where everybody knew everybody, and everybody knew my role. I was the dependable one. The strong back, the early riser, the kid who didn't complain. If something needed fixing, lifting, cleaning, driving, or covering, it landed on me. My family didn't say it outright, but they treated me like a tool you put back in the shed once the job is done. At first, I thought that was just what being responsible meant. Scene 1, the routine. Every morning before sunrise, I was already moving. Feed the animals, repair the fence, help my parents prep the store they owned. My siblings slept in. They had potential, my parents said. I had reliability. When relatives visited, they praised my siblings' dreams and plans. When they talked about me, it was always, oh, he's a hard worker. Not smart, not talented, just useful. Scene 2, the line that stuck. One night at dinner, after a 14-hour day, I asked if I could skip weekend work to take a certification course I'd found online. My mother didn't even look up from her plate. Who will run things if you leave? She asked. My father added, casually, like he was commenting on the weather, you're not the kind of person who needs big ideas. You're built for work. The table went quiet. My siblings avoided my eyes. That sentence settled into my chest like wet cement. Scene 3, the breaking point. A few months later, the store lost a major supplier. Stress filled the house like smoke. I worked longer hours, covered gaps, took on deliveries. When profits dipped, my father blamed me for not trying hard enough. That night, I packed a bag. No dramatic goodbye, no shouting. I left a note that simply said I was taking a job out of state and wouldn't be back for a while. They didn't try to stop me. Scene 4, the other side of the map. I moved to Texas. New city, new name on my resume, no family attached. I took the same work ethic they'd used up and aimed it somewhere else. I learned, asked questions, took night classes, failed, tried again. For the first time, people didn't see me as muscle. They saw consistency, leadership, problem solving. Within 3 years, I was managing projects worth more than my family's entire business. The twist, I didn't feel angry anymore. Just focused. Scene 5, the call they never expected. 5 years after I left, my phone rang. My sister's name flashed on the screen. The store was failing. My parents were older. Debt had piled up. Suppliers pulled out. She said my parents asked if I could come back, temporarily, to help stabilize things. She added, softly, they said no one works like you. I told her I'd think about it. Scene 6, the return. When I walked into that old building, nothing had changed, except them. My father's shoulders sagged. My mother's voice was careful. They talked to me like a stranger whose approval they needed. They showed me the books, the mess, the mistakes. And then came the moment they weren't prepared for. I told them no, not out of revenge, out of clarity. I offered something else instead, advice. A restructuring plan, contacts, a fair consulting fee, boundaries, real ones. My father tried to argue. I looked him in the eye and said, calmly, you raised a workhorse and never asked where it wanted to run. I won't carry this place on my back anymore. Silence filled the room. Scene 7, the regret. Weeks later, they followed my plan. Slowly, painfully, things improved. But I didn't move back. I didn't take over. I didn't become the unpaid engine again. At a family gathering months later, my mother pulled me aside. Her eyes were wet. We should have listened, she said. We mistook your strength for permission. That was the regret. Not loud, not dramatic, just heavy and late. Final scene, the shift. Now, when people talk about me, they don't say I'm just hardworking. They say I build my own path. My siblings ask for advice. My parents ask before assuming. And I finally understand something they didn't back then. A workhorse that learns its worth doesn't stay in the field forever. It chooses where, and for whom, it runs.